Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to show you guys some books that I have hauled from the library. Some of these I've had for like going on, they're getting to be due, so I was like, oh, I want to do this video like really quick just to show you guys to really use your library. You know, I was one of these people who were like, no, I have to own the book, like I don't really like the library, I want to own my books, and you know, it's just, that's really not reality. You know, it's just not always possible to own all the books that you want to own at the moment that you want to own them, or if you want to read them, or if you want to read them kind of immediately and you don't own it, like, you know, what are you gonna do, or you don't have the money to buy it. I mean, I buy all of my books secondhand. I almost never buy a book new. I just don't really have the means to do that all the time. I mean, unless it's kind of like $15 or under. But you know, so I'm really glad that over the last like 2 years I've gotten more into going to the library, because I really was not utilizing the library like I should have been. And yeah, you can get a lot of great books at the library, and I mean, you don't even ever have to wait, you know, too long, because people usually like bring them back. You know, it's a good thing to go to the library, and I like putting it on hold, and then they have it for me at the front and I just grab it and go. Like it's super easy. Like, so I just want to show you guys that we don't always have to buy the books that we read. And then I think it's kind of a good idea too, because now I kind of know, okay, I like that book and it's worthwhile to own if I do see it thrifting, or if I find it for cheap. I don't know, I feel like that kind of works for me. Like, I'm kind of getting away from just buying books and not really knowing too much about them. Like, I'm trying to really only buy books that I know that is by an author that I love, or I have been looking for it for a while, or I know that I've already read it and I loved it and I want it for my bookshelf, if that makes sense. Like, I used to just kind of buy books willy-nilly and just kind of buy whatever, you know, which, I mean, that's fine if you have the room, but I live in an apartment and it's just not really, and I just don't have as much space as I would like. So I'm just trying to be more selective of the books that I buy. So yeah, I mean, like, whatever your reason for going to the library is, there's many reasons. So that's just kind of like why I've been going to the library recently. So yeah, so all right, well, first here on top, this is probably one of the books that I got a while ago. It was actually in my December TBR video, and I have read this and finished it, and I really liked it. Like, I guess a lot of people aren't super huge on this, or I see a lot of like reviews of like, oh, I loved this back in the day, but like I reread it and I didn't like it, and I'm like, that's too bad, because I really enjoyed it. Like, I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's probably been more like a 4.5 star. I tore through it pretty quick. I really enjoyed it, and yeah. So, and then because I liked that one, I went straight for the second one. So I am hoping to read this before the end of the year. But if not, I mean, I have it until like mid-January, so I'm really excited. Like, I really wanted to read it ASAP once I finished this one, but of course I had to put it on hold. Like, a couple people had already had it out and there were some holds on it, but now that I have it, I'm super excited to read it. And these are books that definitely, if I do find them like thrifting for cheap, I do see me owning these. Another book that was in my December TBR and that I actually have finished is Under the Whispering Door. I don't know why I always forget what this is called. This was good. It wasn't as good for me as I feel like I always say it wrong. House in the Cerulean Sea. I liked that one better, but I will talk about this in my December wrap up. So, but I mean, this is like a new release, and I have had it for like, I think 9 days now. So I really wanted to film this video so I could kind of just like bring it back, because I feel bad because there's like a lot of holds on this, so I gotta get this one gone. Actually, another one that was in my December's TBR was this book, Ship of Theseus. I decided that I'm not really in the mood for this anymore, and that's one thing that's a bit of a bummer about borrowing from the library, is I'm a mood reader, so when I'm in the mood for it, I put a hold on it, and then sometimes it takes like 2 weeks to get to me or what have you, and then I'm not really in the mood for it anymore. And then also, I'm not sure, it's really cool because it has a lot of inserts and stuff, but then I'm not really sure that I like that it's a book and then you have to read the annotations around it. I don't know. I do feel like I might borrow this one again. It's going back unread. That's okay. But I feel like if I do ever borrow it again, what I would do is read it as an actual book and then go back and read the annotations. I feel like I've looked up like the best ways to approach reading this, and that seems to be kind of like the way that most people do it. So yeah, I probably should tell you guys kind of like a snippet of what these are about. So this is like, it's an author, like the book, it's about an author who is really like reclusive and no one really knows much about him, and I guess like he has like people who want his head and stuff, like, you know, because I don't know, he's like a bit of like a rebel writer. I don't know, like, so not much is known about the author, and there's theories like if he's dead or alive, or if he was murdered or killed or assassinated. And then two people start writing annotations in the margins of the book, and they make a friendship through the margins, and they create like theories about what they think happened to the guy. So, I mean, it seems interesting. And then like there's like inserts and stuff that the people who are annotating it added into it. So I mean, it's really interesting, but maybe some other time. And then this is about a man who dies, and he is brought to a ferryman, who is a person who helps the dead cross over and kind of like understand what's happening. And he ends up not wanting to leave. Like, he's only given a week to stay there and kind of live out the life that he never got to live while he was alive. This is about an assassin, and she is taken out of like a prison, I guess. I mean, it's like a hard labor prison, and she's brought to a castle, and she has to try and win a contest to become the king's assassin, or like the king's, like, yeah, the king's assassin, basically. Brought there by the king's son, and the king was one who had put her in jail in the first place. So like, yeah, it's a lot of like great dynamics and stuff. And then obviously this one's gonna be directly related from this one. So where this one left off, this one will pick up. And next I have the graphic novel Something is Killing the Children. I have already read this as well. It's about something killing children. It gives me, again, I'm going to talk about this in my wrap up, but it gives me like Stranger Things / if you've ever read the graphic novel series Paper Girls, it kind of gives me vibes of those two things. So if you like that, it's an incredibly quick read. Like, I think I read it in like a half an hour. So the second Heartstopper, I read the first one, absolutely loved it, so I had to put this one on hold. I have the third one on hold as well, but I think that one just recently came out, so there's like a lot of holds on it. So I probably won't get that one for a while, but I mean, this is like a single sitting one day read. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's just about two boys who become friends, and he is openly gay, and he is coming to terms with like maybe he's gay, maybe he's bisexual, like, and then maybe create a relationship. Is there something there, or are they just friends? So yeah, it was really, really cute, heartwarming. I gave the first one a 5 stars. Again, I'll talk more about that in my wrap up, but this is like the second one, so yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I'm so excited. And lastly, I have House of Hollow, which I literally just started last night. I wasn't feeling the best, but I got about 14 pages in, which isn't really much at all. So this one is kind of like described as a dark fairy tale kind of vibe. So far there's 3 sisters, and something happened to them. It was like 5 years prior, or 3 or 5 years prior, and they can't remember what happened, and they all have like hook-shaped scars on their neck. And I think it has eventually something to do with kind of like magic and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. It's kind of like a fantasy horror mystery thriller described as, so yeah, I'm really excited and I cannot wait to read this. A lot of people that I follow like on Goodreads have given this a really good rating, so I'm excited. So that's all I have for physical books, but I have also listened to a couple like audiobooks from the library. Like that was kind of like what I first started doing through the library, was listening to audiobooks, because again, like free, and you only get 14 days with audiobooks, so you do tend to get audiobooks a lot faster than you do get physical books. So right now I'm listening to The Family Upstairs, which is good. I'm really enjoying that, and I've also listened to The Dry, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. That was really good. The Wife Upstairs, that was also good. So yeah, like lots and lots of audiobooks. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a really quick video / haul on library books, and kind of give library books a little bit more love. Like I don't know if other people do kind of like library hauls and stuff, but I think it's important. I mean, I think we should normalize going to the library. Like, you know, you can't own every book. I mean, I know I do have like books behind me and stuff, but like, I mean, maybe you can't even have any books at all. Like the library is amazing. Like, you know, you can be an avid reader and be going to the library. So I love the library. So yeah, that is just my quick little video for today. Pull my hair out. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video.